Here we go, y'all. Here we go again with the gift of gab. I'm gonna I'm gonna start off at my hometown, Buffalo, New York. And I'm gonna start with the Hall of Fame. And if I forget anybody, have mercy. Have mercy, mercy, mercy. As Cannonball Alley would say. On me. Have mercy, mercy, mercy on me. Oh yeah. I want to start off with the Hall of Famers that was once in our lives. And the names may not be the same, but the people represent because they're not here for all sorts of reasons. Yes. I want to go back to my childhood, go back to the Telbert Mall, the Jefferson Projects. We started off at 127. Yep, 127. That's what we started off at. Then we moved over to 234. And then we moved over to 234. Jefferson. Yeah. Yeah, near the A&P. Remember Jerry Wise, Hall of Famer. Billy Walker, Hall of Famer. Bryant Walker, Hall of Famer. Yes. Uh-huh. I remember growing up. And there was always somebody at the beginning of summer end up drowning, car accident, staying out like grown folks. They ain't here no more, Hall of Famers. Now I'm gonna mention some Hall of Famers that wasn't here. That's not here. I'm gonna mention some Hall of Famers that's here. We got one that's a practical joker. I remember him and I used to run around in the early 70s, 71. 72, Radio Gates, called him Radio. That's what we called him. We called him Radio. Yeah, Radio Gates. Yes, indeed. Give it up to Hall of Fame. That's just a few that I'm going to call. Me and him used to play tricks on this one white lady growing up because, different cultures did different shit. And she lived at the row house where he stayed at, him and his brother Michael Gates. Mama, Miss Dean, Miss Willa Dean Gates. Yeah. They got a baby brother named Omar. But this is way before Omar time. Yeah. Ray Gates, he said, "Fuck, come on, let's get us a bag." He got a brown paper bag and he put some shit in it. He found some dog shit. Ray Dale is on there, boy. And Ray Dale set balled that bag of dog shit up. It wasn't too tight, it wasn't too loose, but he started a fire on there and banged on that white lady door. She come out stomping on it. And shit was flying all over her dress. And it was kids just doing practical jokers, That old lady was cussing, so they go out to Radio Gates. Ray Gates. His lovely wife, Mary. Oh, yeah, both of their offspring and their grandkids. Yeah, gonna give it up. Give it a Hall of Fame. I remember Slow Jan. He stayed in the Ellicott Mall. Down there where the Manhattan Lovers used to be at. Back home. We used to go to school 6 together. I remember when we used to call him Punkin. So him and his family had moved out there to Lakeville. He stayed in Kenfield, Oakmont, and Hempstead right there for Suffolk. Slow Jan, David Price. Hall of Famer. That's a Hall of Famer. He'll have you rolling. You know, they practical jokers, the people I'm talking about. Those that's here, those that ain't here. Yeah. That's slow jam. He was showing up a player. You know, he turned into a pimp too. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up to David Price, slow jam. We called him Punkin back in the day. So he told me one time we was old enough to hang out on the corner and stuff at the Shady Red. He said, "Go by slow jam now, not Punkin." I told him, I known you before you was slow jam, but I called him slow jam. That's what we do. Oh yeah. I remember we used to have an ice skating rink over there at Roosevelt. Yeah, ice skating rink. Best of sponsored football Pop Warner team. Man. And we had the Expressway YMCA, state of the art, you know, when I was growing up as a kid. I mean, it was nice. Not just a pool, you had a game room. You learned shit, man. Then they have the Jacksons. Every city, every town got their version of the Jacksons. Don't y'all hear me back home? I know Jenny Hatton. I know Cheryl McCutcheon, Denise Gibson, Deborah Butler, Wanda, Donna Peters. I'm mentioning Hall of Famers. Some is still here, some ain't now. The Vicky Phillips. I mean, boy, we had some. We had some people, man. We had our form of the Jacksons, like the Jackson Five, Michael Jackson, Hall of Famer Mike, Wayne Jackson, Hall of Famer. Yeah, and little Clyde. He used to be a running back over there at Grizz Marker, over there at Roosevelt. Oh yeah, I'm mentioning nothing but Hall of Famers. This is the Hall of Famer show right here. And then you had David Warren. You had the Willises. Show there. You had the Wooders. You had the Shaws. 234 Jefferson. Had 3 or 4 different family of the Joneses at 515. You know, you had the Comans. Yeah, you had some Browns. You had family members, man. I remember everything used to be. We didn't know we was poor. I mean, we was poor, but we didn't know we was poor because we never went without a meal. As far as starving, we've been hungry before. We've been hungry before. Yeah. Remember, boy, you go and get you some of that hog head cheese with some sharp cheddar cheese. We call it cheddar. We call it sharp cheese. Some people call it cheddar. We call it sharp cheese. Some crackers, hog head cheese. And then you get you some cans of chili and set those motherfuckers on the pavement in the sun. Crack a hole on each side of them. Open that lid up. Let it just sit there and warm up. Boy, you had a meal. Boy. We would feed ourselves. We used to get bricks in Jefferson and William before it was a town garden. They used to have the revival tents there year after year, preaching prosperity, not like they do it today about money, materialistic things. Prosperity is about your house, your family, helping someone else out, getting helped out. Yeah. Talking about all this stuff. Like they do when we read in that good book, those 66 books. You read from the by and by, read from where you're at right now, where you may be at, and what's going to be, so it go way into the future. Yes, it does. Oh, yeah, but we had our version of the Jackson 5s. Oh, man, this is just some gift of gab, and that's all I'm doing. Just running off at the mouth, having fun. Hey, y'all, this is joke about Einstein. Einstein dies and finds himself up in heaven. And he realizes he has his beloved violin with him that he loves more than physics, even more than women. I don't understand that. So he walking around heaven all day. That's all he doing, walking around heaven all day. And he bored, Einstein. So he's sitting on the bench, right? And he said, you know what? I'm gonna tune up my violin. Take it out the case. He tightened up the rings. He get ready to hit it with that wand. And a few angels rushed over to him and said, hey, don't do that. He asked why. They said, because God, he's not gonna like that. God is a saxophonist. So Einstein put his violin back in his case. And he walked around heaven day after day after day, a couple of weeks. He bored as hell. So he's sitting on this bench and he hear God. He hear God playing the saxophone from way up on high. Way up on high. So Einstein said, you know what? Shit, I don't care what nobody say. I'm going to play with God. I'm going to play with God. We're going to make beautiful music. We're going to talk about this. So Einstein started playing. So God stopped playing when he was playing. God was playing that old relic called Let's Take the A Train. Some of y'all know it. So God rushed down to where Einstein was from off on his throne, and he kicked Einstein in his balls. Einstein fall down on his back, moaning and groaning, holding his balls with one hand, the violin in another. And God kicked it with that one of them big feet of his and crushed it. Yeah, that's what God did. He shot right back up on the throne and back to playing Let's Take the A Train. So this time it was just a little baby angel came over to Einstein. And he said, Mr. Einstein, we tried to warn you. He said, y'all didn't try to warn me about nothing. He said, what was y'all trying to warn me about? The little baby angel said, you are somebody that know everything, supposed to know that you ain't never, ever supposed to play with God. You ain't not supposed to play with God. Never play with God. Never, ever. And there's another one. Albert Einstein walks into a bar. Just imagine this here, you're at the bar. You remember back in our day, some people still go to these days. But Albert Einstein walked into a bar and he orders a beer. And the bartender slides it over to him and says, that'll be $2.99. Einstein looked amused. He was puzzled, almost confused. He said, that's a very particular number. He said, it's not even a perfect number. The bartender stroked his shoulders and said, well, Einstein, I don't give a rat's ass what you trying to say. You come in here every day, and you know that's the price of a beer. Einstein said, well, if you say so, but $2.99 is still a very particular number. It's not a perfect number. It's not a perfect number. All right. Okay, anybody that I didn't mention, Dickie Phillips and Donna Peters, Ronald Woods come to mind. All the Yates family, George Yates, Cynthia Yates, her sisters, her mom. Back then we had moms, right? That shit. They did not care about whooping their kids behind or giving their kids a better understanding of what circumstance or situation that they try to live and don't have the first clue about being grown. Yeah, our parents didn't play. They didn't play. Made sure that they went downtown to Grants. Remember Grants and Woodworths and Sattlers? Oh, man. I remember back there in the day when you was a kid, elementary school, you get them book of stamps. And then you go to Woodworth, they give you this big-ass book, and it's about Jurassic animals, and they give you the cards. Just like baseball cards. When you buy a pack of baseball, you get the gum and you get 2 or 3 cards. Yeah, back then, they used to do a lot of advertising. times are so bad now they don't do it. All right. I'm going to get ready to get up out of here. I got to go ahead and finish watching my program, but I just had to get back on here and just call out the Hall of Famers, the Howard family, the Livingston family, the Gates, the Greens, the Hooks, the Cooks, the Simpsons, the McCutcheons, the Bunches, yeah, the Washingtons, hey, man, and the Greggs, that's right, yeah, Cornell Greggs, his family. And if there's anybody that I forgot, thank you for letting me be myself. I'll try to be more next time. This is the Gift of Gab on Facebook with Uncle Floyd, and guess what? I'm Uncle Floyd. And on Twitch, just go to Twitch and it's free as well. It's a Gift of Gab with Uncle Floyd, and I'm Uncle Floyd. And then you go on YouTube and you just put in 8202. Yeah, I lied. You're supposed to put Floyd Livingston 8202, and then you will be able to subscribe free to my podcast. Watch it anytime you want, morning, noon, and night. All right, I'm gonna give this shout out to my nephew that's trying to do his thing, driving them autonomous automobiles over there in Arizona, wherever he may be. Charles Kellum, got to give it up for my nephew Charles Kellum. Give it up. Yeah, better known as Philly Cat. You know, he's a model. He's a fashion designer. He's a motivational speaker. He's a speaker. You know, he got the gift of gab just like me, but he's more advanced when he's doing this here kind of stuff. But I ain't that far behind him. It just seemed like I am. All right, nephew, you keep on doing your thing. Remember how I tell you, keep doing your thing, man. As long as your thing don't interfere with nobody else's thing. As long as don't nobody else's thing interfere with your thing. Shit, nephew, like my dad said, today is a very good day. And my dad was saying that there before Ice Cube started saying that in the drop top. You know what I'm saying? He said today is a very good day. All right, I love you all. I love you, and damn it, I love you all. See you on the rebound.